Welcome to Raise. I'm Jeff Lynn. As you can see today, we've decided to go back to corn as we think there's some critical things going on that we really need to address. We've been out scouting a field today, corn that's not quite progressed as some others in the area. We want to talk over how it's not quite yet tasseled and the pollination stages as far as drought and what that can do during this pollination period. Got Joe Budrow here again, our in-house CCA, to talk over what we might be looking for, what we need to be scouting.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, welcome back too. So a critical stage in the corn plant's life is pollination. It's probably the most important stage of the whole growing season for growers. And so I think as we look and see what's going on with the corn plant through this critical time frame, not that we can control all the environmental obstacles that can come in the way, but we can have a better understanding of what's going on out there. And there are some things we could talk about that we can mitigate some of the effects of what the weather's doing to us, okay? So I think what I'd like to do is go over some points with you and talk a little bit about how these points really can impact your crop and what your final result will be, okay? First point I want to bring up, Jeff, is that pollen occurs over a full 2-week period in the cornfield. So that can help mitigate some of the weather obstacles that come in the way. If we're too dry one week and we happen to catch that nice rain that second week, can really help us out from getting bigger ears, better kernel fill, all those critical things to make our corn crop successful. And the other thing I want you to know is, and especially in some of the hot, dry areas, Jeff, pollen is no longer viable when temperatures get over 90 degrees or greater, and that's enhanced by lower humidity. And so what can we do from that standpoint? If you're in the western part of the corn belt where irrigation is available, of course you're probably irrigating because of some dry weather out there, but especially during the critical time of pollination, to lower the temperature, get that moisture in for that corn plant to get a better result. The other good thing for us is that pollen shed usually occurs from early to mid-morning, and that's when temperatures are lower, so we can back away from those 90 degrees and usually in that morning time frame and make that pollen more viable for that silk to receive it. And the other thing I want you to know is that a lot of farmers get concerned when we do get some rain during pollination and when those tassels are dropping that pollen. And when the tassel is wet, the pollen will not drop at that time frame. So, and it's not washed off the silk because there's no pollen there available to do that. So, yeah.
If you have any questions, please reach out to your Spectrum non-GMO rep or your local seed retailer. We'll be happy to help any way we can.
Because remember, we are here to back you up as we raise this crop.